Pow! I'm checking Coco here. He's teaching me some good moves.
To get that perfect oyster, well, it all begins with the Shuckinator. We're going to tell you how to get that perfect oyster coming up in just a bit.
The event that we're talking about is the Hockey in Heels, and really what it is, it's a bit of a learning experience for the female hockey fans.
Well, Pam, this is certainly the news that no one wanted to hear. This portion of the east of the Bay Bridge not opening on time. Off in the distance, you can see this eastern span of the bridge. We're talking about a $6.4 billion project that won't be ready on Labor Day.
Previously scheduled opening for the new east span on Labor Day weekend has been postponed.
And as of right now, there is no exact opening date for the new eastern span of the Bay Bridge.
The bridge will be ready to open when the fix for those broken bolts is in place. The contractor is now telling us that the fix will be completed by December 10th.
But even at that point, after the 96 bolts in question are fixed, there is still work to be done. The entire bridge will then have to be closed for 4 days to connect the new span to both the toll plaza and the Yerba Buena Island Tunnel.
Our goal is to make sure that the bridge is safe. Safety is not just job one, it is the only job on this project.
Critics have said that the new span is safer than the old one, even without the fixed bolts in place, saying that work could be done after lanes are opened. Those working on the project say that is not a possibility.
And it's been determined by the TBPOC that the fix needs to be in place before it can open to traffic.
And out here live this evening, keep in mind that this bridge could open earlier than December 10th if those bolts are fixed before that time. As to the additional cost of this, at this point, it's unclear. We should learn new details about this later this week. Reporting on Treasure Island, J.R. Stone, KRON 4 News.
John, things have pretty much stabilized here at SF General. More than half of the passengers that were transferred here have been discharged. Now, there's still 17 that are admitted inside the hospital. 10 of those are adults and 7 are children. We know that 6 people are in critical condition, and of those, 1 is a female child. Now, doctors say when these passengers were rushed here yesterday, they were ready, they were prepared. They had 4 trauma teams, 5 operating rooms ready to go. They also opened up the pediatric unit. That freed up about 25 beds. Now, we're going to go ahead and listen to what doctors had to deal with some of these injuries.
We are used to seeing multiple injured patients and multiple kinds of injuries at this hospital, but we have seen a different pattern in these types of injuries. Of course, we're not super experienced with airline crashes, fortunately, but what we did see are patterns of large amounts of abdominal injuries, a huge amount of spine fractures, some of them which include paralysis. We have seen some head trauma and multiple types of orthopedic injuries. So that's the pattern that we're seeing. We also saw some patients that had severe road rash, as suggesting that they were dragged. We're not sure if those patients were outside of the plane and this is what happened to them, but both of those patients are alive.
Some burn injury.
Doctors say there's still a number of surgeries that have to happen over the next few days. Now, there are some patients that are inside that are in fair condition, so they're hoping over the next few days more people will be discharged. Live in San Francisco, Alicia Reed.
I, Chris, take you, Sandy, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Great. Now, Sandy, please place the ring on Chris's finger and repeat after me. I'm going to make this a little easier for you. Give you the mic and tell you the signs. Alrighty. Okay. Now say it. I, Sandy.
I, Sandy.
Take Chris.
To be my lawfully wedded wife.
To be my lawfully wedded wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
For better and for worse.
For better and for worse.
To honor and respect.
To honor and respect.
For all of my life.
For all of my life.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed. Let the rings exchanged and the vows declared symbolize your commitment, sincerity, and affection, and may your love never falter. By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you spouses for life.